Welcome to another episode of YP Higher Perspective, where we review internet media content via news clips, entertainment, or everyday recordings, and we give you a higher cognitive disposition in regards to the subject matter at hand. Today, family, we're going to be giving a higher perspective in regards to DJ Vlad stating that he believes black people should receive reparations in the form of free education. So without further ado, we're going to pull up the tweet. Here we go. Bam. As you can see, family, this is from DJ Vlad's verified Twitter account. On the 28th of September 2019, he stated, "I fully support reparations for African Americans, possibly in the form of a free college education." I'm jumping right in on this one. I'm going to tell you why that's very racist and why that's very disrespectful and disingenuous. Okay? A lot of y'all might say, Pharoah, how is that racist? Okay? It's about implication. Okay? If I was to say, I believe reparations should go to DJ Vlad mama in the form of hygiene products, you would say, oh, wait, you assuming that she's not clean. Exactly. So when people like DJ Vlad say black people should be given reparations in the form of free education, why are you assuming that we're not educated? That's racist. Okay? That's racist. Now let me tell you why this is disingenuous and why this is ignorant. Vlad is a Jew. A self-admitted Jew at that. Now why is this important? Jews receive their reparations monetarily, financially. They got that money. Why do you want something other for us than what your own people deemed acceptable? If you hungry, you go eat. So why do you think if I'm hungry, I should just drink water and not be fed food? So that's racist and that's bias. Okay? Bias because you deem that we less valuable for something that happened to your people, and y'all didn't go for that. For two, black people's enslavement benefited white people and Jewish people. Jewish people's enslavement did not benefit Europeans in this country. Okay? Let me state that again. Trillion-dollar companies to this very day are prospering. Most of these tissue companies and these motor vehicle companies, they switch their name. If you go do the research on the original names of these companies before they switched them to new DBAs, aka doing business as, and look at the original stocks that these countries sold and owned, they were humans. Black humans at that. Okay? So the Jews did not have a land taken from them, aka black people. The Jews were not misplaced from another land, aka black people. The Jews were not enslaved and monetarily gained and benefited from, to where they can thrive and pass those things down to their generation today. So our enslavement and the African Holocaust is 100,000 times worse than the Jewish Holocaust. Lasted way longer than the Jewish Holocaust. So whatever y'all got, we deserve more. Okay? So get out my face with that education shit. Because we went through more, we lost more, and what we lost, we are not able to gain back. I don't know who my great-grandmama is, because she was sold off somewhere. I don't know who most of my immediate family is, because they was sold off somewhere. I don't know my first or my last name. You know yours. So my Holocaust has impacted me still to this day. Yours went away. So how dare you, Vlad, offer me something that you didn't even accept your own self, when really you owe me too? Because the Jews benefited from the Holocaust, the Atlantic slave trade, just like Europeans. And if you want to go down the line, motherfucking Spain owe us too, for the Portuguese slave trade. France owe us too. Okay? France owe us too. The Middle East owe us too. The Arab slave trade was the first slave trade ever. So most of the countries today owe us today. So get out my face with that. Now let me get back on point, okay? Because that was very disrespectful, okay? And I'm tired of y'all keep going. Call me on there, Vlad. Call me on Vlad TV. We can sign whatever contract you want to sign. I won't put my hands on you. We can have a civilized conversation about this tweet you made. And I will gladly educate you in your own ignorance. Call everybody, tag Vlad, and tell them call me on there. And we can have an educated conversation. You ain't got to be afraid. Ain't nobody going to beat you the fuck up. We can have an educated conversation, and I will get you all the way together. Okay? I will get you all the way together. But with that being said, boom. Let me go into why this was an ignorant statement. Okay? Over 50% of black people with master's degrees don't have a job because we don't get hired. So let me give you the competition. Let me give you the understanding. Okay? Black people, right? Right now we're paying for education. Meanwhile, other countries already give their citizens free college and free healthcare. I'm not going to name them. Go do the research. So what you're saying is our reparations should be in the form of something that other countries already do for people for free? That's disrespectful. For two, people right now are currently paying for their education. Okay? Now, when you let me just make this up. Let's say you got a minimum of 1,000 people in college in the same field. That's you versus 999 other people that after y'all graduate, y'all have to compete for the same job. Now we got to break that down by race. Because once we factor out which black people are going to get the job, now we got to factor out of those black people which potentially could get the job, who not going to get the job because the other person applying is white or somebody else that's more likely to be hired because they might not have a offensive name. They might not have an offensive hairstyle. So there's all kind of systematic racism that goes into why we don't get a job. They're not giving us jobs because we got dreadlocks. So just because you got a degree doesn't mean you're going to have a career. Especially if you're black. This is statistically, go look it up. Over 50% of black people with master's degrees do not have a job in that field. But they still have the debt that they accumulated from that college. Now here's the thing. Let's say we was to say, okay, Vlad, let's take your suggestion and make it happen. College free for black people. You still didn't guarantee me the job. You still didn't take away systematic racism for why I can't get the job. So basically, you're going to put me in the same position that I'm already in. Educated and unemployed. So that was an ignorant tweet. That was a racist tweet. And I don't know why people don't put you in your place. But I raise my hand to do so gladly. Now, okay, let's keep going down the line. Okay? There's over 2,000 billionaires in the world. Only 11 are black. That's less than 1%. Okay? That's less than 1%. So if over 50% of black people have master's degrees, but we don't even make up 1% of the billionaires, what part of this is a problem? Becoming employed, even when you're educated, are you not understanding? So why do you believe free education is going to somehow stop systematic racism, oppression, redlining, our insurance is higher because of where we live, and all of the other things that white people have instituted within America to make sure black people stay 10 steps behind no matter how hard we work? Why did you not make that why did you not make that a problem that's solved in your solution? I'll tell you why. Because you don't care to solve that problem. Your solution is to make sure that we stay right where we're at. If you give us, when the Jews got reparations, okay, they had enough money to support themselves economically, okay, and in all fields, academically. They ain't gonna say it publicly, but militarily, okay? They could protect themselves. And y'all also created a state. Israel was created in 1948. So y'all took y'all money, created a fake language, okay? And then ran off, created a fake state, okay? And instituted yourself. So why do we not deserve the same when in the first place the state you created is not even yours? It's our original land. So if y'all could get money and go create a place to be, why can't y'all pay us and we can go back to where we was before y'all even came? Huh? So don't make no suggestions for a community that you actually don't give a fuck about unless that you profiting off their ignorance. For two, don't make no suggestions knowing that you a wicked beast on the low and you really want to see black people where we're at because you know that we actually 5 notches above where you believe we are. Okay? Don't do that. Let me tell you what black people need for reparations. Okay? We need everything you took back. Once you give back everything you took, then we need for you to pay for the damages. Okay? Emotional, mental, all of that. We need everything. I don't want to hear nothing about no goddamn, whatchamacallit, going bankrupt or none of that. America blows enough money on stupid shit for y'all not to be worried about paying us reparations. How about you cut some of the funding on this retarded shit y'all doing, like playing with the weather, vaccines, and all this other $1 trillion stuff that's cloning, all of this shit y'all do. How about y'all stop that for about a year straight and use that money to make things right with us? Boom. That's one. We need all of our artifacts back. Okay? Just from ancient Egypt alone, the British Museum has stolen 14 million artifacts. They only keep, at maximum, 100,000 on display at any given time. So with that being said, y'all got 14 million of pieces of our ancestors that was meant for us that y'all stole and y'all make money displaying. So we need all our shit back. Not just from Egypt, from around the fucking world. We need all our shit back from all of these museums around the world. We need them returned. If you can't return them, then we need ownership. Okay? Over these museums of our shit. We need the money that the museums been making for our shit. Period. That's what we need. Okay? We need our shit back. We need our bread. Okay? We need our land. And we need enough money to finance ourselves in every facet that a nation needs to be financed. Not just education. We need military. Okay? We need enough money to support ourselves in the regime of our own law enforcement. We need money to create our own guidelines for our own constitution, so that we can create our own political arena, so that way we can defend ourselves. Because we all know black is not a nationality. We all know that African American doesn't exist. So this is why when America commits crimes against us, we don't have any superpower to come and back us, because y'all created us in a non-existent state. So we are literally paper slaves to America. We need enough money to no longer be paper slaves. We need enough money to become a superpower. We need enough money so when Amber Geiger comes shoot a motherfucker because she thought she was at the wrong house, we can bring her ass to our courtroom. Not yours, motherfucker. How about that one, bitch? And so with that being said, excuse my language because I normally don't be going ham, but I'm tired of this. I don't even like this racist ass undercover bigot motherfucker. And so this shit really be killing me, that people just let him say whatever he want to say and do what he want to do, and motherfuckers think that's okay. I'm tired of people thinking they could just disrespect black people at free will, okay? Because I will go in on the Jews, okay? I did a whole lecture exposing Judaism. So if you want to have a intellectual conversation with me, Vlad, okay, we can do it in person. We can do it on live stream, however you want to do it. I will gladly educate you about your history, because we can talk about how the Jews, okay, we can talk about Child LaBelle, how they've been sacrificing children. You can go right now to the Cathedral Church. Okay, they got the coffin of the little 12-year-old that the Jews sacrificed, slit his throat, drained his blood, and was making pies and motherfucking bakeries out of his blood. Okay? So we can talk about all y'all history. We can talk about all that. So y'all want people to feel bad about the Holocaust, but y'all don't want to talk about how the Jews literally got kicked out of 100 countries for sacrificing children. Okay? So yeah, Hitler looked down on the Jews, but nobody want to talk about what was the Jews doing for Hitler to look at them as savages, motherfucker. So we can go there if you want to go there, bitch. But with that being said, Europeans don't just owe us reparations. The Jews do too, and we need our shit. And I'm not going to sugarcoat a motherfucking thing with your bitch ass, nigga. Read a book, motherfucker. But with that being said, getting back on point, education is a right. It's not a reward. You don't reward somebody by teaching them how to become self-sufficient. That's a right. You don't reward somebody by teaching them how to brush their teeth. That's a right. Hygiene is a right. Okay? How you gonna try to reward us with the right to know how to live our best life? We should know how to build a house when it's raining. That's not a reward. To learn how to shelter ourselves from the environment. That's not a reward. That's a right. Okay? And to add on to how ignorant this statement was, if we was to give reparations to black people, according to Vlad, do you know how many black people would not get reparations? You know how many black people already got degrees? So what about people that got scholarships? They just don't get reparations, huh? So basically, every nigga that got a scholarship playing basketball, football, or they had, you know, great GPAs in high school, got scholarships, all of these young black educated kids that's been homeschooled, going to college at 12, 13, 14, all of them don't get reparations. So basically what you're saying, if we take reparations in the way you offering it, the more talented you are, the less you are to be rewarded for what your ancestors went through. So if you physically advanced, and you get a basketball, football, or sports scholarship to play sports, you don't get reparations. If you mentally advanced and you graduate early because you ahead of your class, you don't get reparations. So basically, Vlad is only talking in a assumptive, in a presumptive manner that we are stupid and that we all need free education. And his solution, okay, was so racist that he didn't even consider, okay, or take into consideration that he actually is disqualifying the good majority of blacks that would be qualified to receive benefits from his solution. Okay? And so with that being said, okay, let us think before we speak. Okay? Let us think before we speak. And for all of the black people who keep going on his platform, Godfrey, and the rest of y'all niggas, stop tiptoeing and kissing ass because you want to benefit or you think you benefiting from getting exposure by somebody that's actually benefiting off you by degrading you. Okay? Stop pussyfooting. Okay? If you gonna go over there and talk to Vlad, go over there and talk to Vlad. Go. Go over there and talk to Vlad. But if Vlad disrespect your ancestors, you, your children, your grandchildren, your children that's not even born yet, you check Vlad ass. Because Vlad not gonna let you disrespect his mama. Okay? So Vlad ain't gonna disrespect my mama. You're not gonna tell me, Vlad, that your dusty, funky ass grandmama, okay, deserve reparations for the Holocaust, but my grandmama deserve an education when she built the fucking university? Is you disrespectful? What? Talking about America's white people, oh, we gave black people their first president. We built the White House. What are you talking about? And I don't want to hear nothing about no HBCUs or none of that. Because all of these HBCUs were created and named after white Freemasons. Yes, they were built by black people. They were named by white Freemasons. Okay? So let's set the record straight. When y'all came over here, we stopped y'all from dying from the wintertime. Y'all killed us by the millions because of bad, horrible, nasty hygiene. Okay? Y'all came over here living amongst animals, gave us all kind of pathogens, and you killed us because you introduced disgusting, nasty bacteria and viruses that our immune system had never seen. And you killed us. So you owe us for all of the millions of black people that you killed by being a nasty motherfucker. You owe us for all of the land that you took. You still owe us for them $5 Indians you got on the reservations. That's not the real Indians. We the real Indians, motherfucker. So we got to figure that shit out. Because you got some of us calling ourselves Aboriginal. You got some of us calling ourselves African. Nigga, we both, nigga. So you owe us for taking us from Africa. And you owe us that was already over here for the land you took to bring the rest of us from over here from Africa. Motherfucker. So you done accumulated a debt that's actually so big, your ass might just can't pay it, motherfucker. Talk about some education. Bitch, if you don't get the fuck out my face with some education, I'm going to tell you what. In a parallel universe somewhere, I have a military of 100,000 cutthroat niggas from Nigeria. And we are approaching Vlad house about these reparations. And we want to hear about your solution. And Vlad is getting ready to tell us he going to give us free education. He going to give us free education. Okay? And let me just say this before I'm not even going to finish that hypothetical situation. Let me say this and then I'm going to end. Here's why free education is once again incorrect. This is Western education. So you gonna give us free bullshit? So you told us Christopher Columbus discovered America and we gotta pay for that. Now you just gonna tell us that for free? Is that what you're saying? So we gotta go to college now and learn about Socrates and Aristotle and Plato for free and none of these motherfuckers actually exist? All of these are fictional characters based off of actual African scholars? Huh? What's his name? Hippocrates, whatever his name is, the medical doctor. He's the fictional character that they stole the knowledge of Imhotep with. You can go to Egypt right now and see actual surgical instruments. Huh? This is a fact. What is it? The Hippocratic oath that doctors take? They took that from Egypt. So you gonna sit here, steal our legacy, make us pay for the fictional legacy you created for yourself because you have no legacy. And then now the reparations for such a thievery is you gonna teach us your bullshit for free. Huh? And this is why niggas have to stop asking people. Niggas gotta stop asking other dumbass niggas for evolutional solutions. Let alone people that don't have nothing to do with our community. Because Either they can't understand what we lost, either they don't care to understand what they people took, or they racist and just don't care to understand, period. Okay? And think that we deserving of the bone after they just ate the meat off the motherfucker. And then we should be happy with the bone. Y'all ever watch racist movies? Y'all ever watch a racist person? And they say you should be happy. If you listen to racist people talk about slavery, they all say the same thing. Who wouldn't want to live for free? They're providing you a room and board. Why wouldn't you want to live for free? All you got to do is work. But all your living needs is taken care of. What are you talking about? Who thinks like that? This is Vlad. Vlad just gave you the number one racist person excuse for trying to logically rationalize slavery in his own way. Just like racist people say, I don't understand why you would be mad being a slave. You live and work for free. Now this is Vlad. I don't understand why you mad being indoctrinated and lied to underneath our educational curriculum, which don't teach you shit about black history, and it lies about everything, but we're going to give you that education for free. I don't know why you mad being lied to for free. Nigga, what? So this is, man, listen. This is my higher perspective on this. Black people, freedom of speech is a thing. Everybody can say what they want to say. Why are we afraid to say what we need to say in defense of ourselves? If people can feel comfortable speaking on us, we should feel comfortable not only defending ourselves, but speaking on them. Because I'm not conquered. My ancestors was not I'm gonna keep it a buck, okay? My grandma told me most of my family is from Florida, okay? You know how Seminoles, okay? So that's probably why my spirit's so fiery. So I don't come from a conquered people. Whether you want to say I'm from Africa, America, wherever, okay? I'm not conquered. My ancestors wasn't no victim. So you're not gonna be talking on my ancestors like we wasn't rocking. I'm a Gullah War baby, okay? I'm a Gullah War baby. So we're not going for that. We're not going for that. I'm tired of black people always acting like we got to be the victims. People could say what they want to say, and we always, why me and my feelings ain't hurt. I'm going to hurt your feelings. I'm not no victim, and it's whatever you want to do. We can have a conversation, or we can put some gloves. It's whatever you want to do. I'm with all that. I'm not no conquered person. I'm not no victim. My ancestors was not no victim. Our ancestors was about that, and they went hard. Just like we had weak niggas, we had strong niggas. Okay? I'm a descendant of them strong niggas. And you're not gonna disrespect the strength, the mental strength, the physical strength, the spiritual strength, and the persistence that my ancestors showed for me to be able to sit here today and defend them with some weak ass suggestion like a motherfucking free education. Bitch. Ain't nobody going for that, nigga. Fuck out of here. And so that being said, my higher perspective is this. Vlad, if you want to have a conversation, call me, nigga. Hit me up on IG. Hit me on IG. I will fly my ass out. I will not beat you the fuck up. I promise. You ain't got to be scared. We can have an intellectual conversation. You have as much security as you want. I don't need nobody. I don't do the entourage. Nothing. I'm going to be dolo, solo. And I will educate your ass in regards to this tweet. And we can have an intellectual conversation if that's what you want to do. If that's not what you want to do, please do not keep speaking on black people and not giving black people a chance to defend themselves, okay? Don't say sucker shit about black people, then you call weak niggas on there. Just like when you said Dr. Sebi was no more of a realer doctor than Dr. Dre. According to who? According to who? You? Racist ass? You? Because he proved that he was capable to apply his craft. He proved it in federal and state court. So, Vlad, is your opinion strong enough to supersede the courtroom? The federal and state levels of legislation? No, it's not. So, bitch, according to you, Dr. Sebi's not a real doctor. But according to the FBI and the motherfucking state level courtroom, he was credible. So, you talk shit about Dr. Sebi, then you brought a weak nigga on there who you know wasn't going to put you on your place. Now you saying some shit about slavery and reparations, and you put a weak nigga on there, okay? Who not going to put you in your place, okay? Because if you're going to talk about reparations, let's talk about Johnny Cochran. How he put that team together. He had federal judges and federal level prosecutors and civil suit attorneys who already had billions of dollars in lawsuit settlements under their belt. And he was putting together a super team to get black people reparations, and they killed him, okay? So with that being said, if reparations was feared enough to be given to us to the point where they killed Johnny Cochran, okay? Because Johnny Cochran, as well as other white people, federal judges, okay, other federal prosecutors, and other civil attorneys. This was not an all-black team. This was black and white people on federal level who felt that black people should be given reparations at the highest level. Who the fuck is you to come say, fuck all of that? Fuck what a judge thought. Fuck what Johnny Cochran thought. Fuck what black people feel. Fuck all of this. I feel you should get a free education. I just want to know who the fuck is you? Who the fuck is you but a silver spoon fed descendant of a race of people who lied about their entire history to receive benefits that they don't deserve? Nigga, you want to debate? The Passover never happened. The Bible is based off astrology. Huh? So God coming through Egypt is nothing more than the sun coming back into the northern hemisphere so that it can be spring again. This is why the first month in the Jewish calendar is Nisan. Nisan is March, because y'all consider March to be the first month of y'all year. This is why y'all got y'all own calendar. So all of y'all, I know all about your little holidays, your little festivals. All of that shit is astrological. It's not factual events that ever took place. So what? You want to debate? You want to debate? Because if we prove the Passover never happened. 800,000 white people never left somewhere. Y'all, Israel right now is ranked number 2 in cancer caused by the sun. So you can't even live in a place right now where you say you from, but let alone right next door in ancient Egypt. 800,000 of y'all left and went and walked from Egypt? Huh? And you left from Egypt? We don't got no skeletons, no nothing. So show me 800,000 white Jewish people that was living in Africa at that time. When you can't even live in Israel right now, when y'all got the second highest rate for sun cancer. These are facts. So we can do this if you want to do this. We can do this. Okay? What? You want to talk about the Jewish language? Do you want to talk about the Jewish language? Because Hebrew is German and Yiddish. Okay? It's German and Yiddish. Okay? And German comes from, the German language comes from rune magic. So are you German? Are you German? Because if you're not German and the Germans enslaved you, why is your language composed of their language? Huh? If you're not a German, why do you speak German? Go pull up the German alphabet and go pull up the Hebrew alphabet and go pull up the Yiddish alphabet and put them together. Put the Hebrew alphabet in the middle, put German on one side and Yiddish on one side. It looks exactly the same because it is exactly the same. Okay? Because Orthodox Jews don't even believe that you can speak Hebrew. Okay? Speaking Hebrew is modern Judaism. That's unorthodox Judaism, and that was just created by, I believe, what's his name? Ben Yehuda. Yosef Ben Yehuda, if I'm saying his name correctly. He just created that a couple years before y'all goddamn took that state in Israel. That just came out in the 1800s. So y'all only been speaking Hebrew 100-something years. Huh? What? The oldest Torah was found in the 1200s. That's 800 years ago. That's 2,000 to 3,000 years after Moses' death. So how did Moses write a book in a language that came out? How did Moses write a book via the Old Testament and it came out 3,000 years after he died? So what y'all want to do? Go get a Jew. Send your best Jew for me, Vlad. Go get your best scholarly Jew and we can bang it out on the internet and we can have a debate. Nigga, since you got something to say about reparations, I got something to say about Judaism, nigga. What you talking about? Y'all shouldn't have got no motherfucking reparations for all the shit y'all did out here. This is historical facts. I don't want nobody saying hate speech, none of that. Go research Blood LaBelle. Okay? Go look up Rabbi, what's his name? Frankenstein in Manhattan. Talking about they sacrificing kids and putting them in the McDonald's food. I did a whole lecture on this. Okay? So you want to talk about reparations, motherfucker? We ain't do shit to nobody. And they fucked us over. Y'all was actually doing shit to people. The Jews were kicked out of 100 countries before Hitler got a hold of them. Okay? So y'all had a dirty past. And then y'all cried about somebody doing y'all dirty. We didn't have no dirty past. We was over here minding our fucking business. Motherfucker. Bitch. So if you talking about who reparations, if you got yours, why we can't get ours? And with that being said, I love y'all. Peace.